I studied documentary photography in Newport in Wales. From the beginning, I never really believed in photography as telling the truth or being a document. I was commissioned to do work in Hamburg. And first I thought I would do something about the harbor in Hamburg, which is big and the city is very proud of it. But there at the same time was a group called Lampedusa in Hamburg, and I thought, how can I relate these two things? The city being so proud of its harbor and history, while at the same time there is a group of refugees fighting for their rights that have come on boats over the Mediterranean to Europe. These are mostly men from African countries who had worked in Libya, and then when the civil war or the war started in Libya, they were forced to leave Libya, put on boats to Italy, where they got papers, but nobody is actually accepting those papers. They told me one thing from the beginning: everybody talks about the Mediterranean and Lampedusa, and we would like people to talk more about the situation in our home countries or in Libya, and also the situation that we face here in Germany. Basically, I did what I always do. I mean, I would spend time with the people and photograph them and talk to them. In the end, I focused on a really small number of people, maybe let's say 7, 8 people, and some, like Napoli Langer, is maybe the most known face of the refugee movement in Germany. After taking the pictures, the second part was to find journalists and writers on the African continent, as well as newspapers and magazines that would publish the stories of the refugee movement in Germany. So, in a sense, when somebody would walk there to a news agent and buy a newspaper and read, already, that was the most important part of the project. The third part then was to imagine how can we show this work or this project or process in an exhibition. I thought I would show the pictures more in a kind of museum format on the wall as pictures, and I'm not hiding that I'm the photographer or artist behind it, but also with the kind of layout I wanted to relate to the newspaper or magazine layouts, but leaving the space between the pictures wide that are filled with different kind of text each time in each different media. After having worked with so many newspapers, maybe we need to make our own newspaper that people can take away. And we thought it would be good to actually have the voices of the protagonists themselves. So we interviewed them or they wrote text themselves.